Today I'm going to be breaking down how I scaled a brand from 0 to 130k in just 90 days with Facebook ads. This is going to be a step-by-step case study breakdown going through absolutely everything that we did in this process. And we are a creative agency, so this is going to be very creative based. And I'm going to be talking a lot about ad creatives, specifically UGC in this instance. So let's just take a look at before us in April 2024. You could see they spent around 4,600 in spend. And after us, May, June, July, we launched our ads mid-May. They spent over 100k on ads. And let's just take a look at this graph, a comparison. So you can see here, literally nothing going on in March. So they weren't at zero. They're at about 4k a month, but close enough. And we launched mid-May, and you could see a massive increase here. So mid-May, we launched and we we more than doubled their ad spend from 16k to 32k per month. Their ROAS increased by over 2x, and you can see here in July we 3x their ad spend because they're at about 59,000 in ad spend. And this is just a part case study because I'll be honest, we've spent 50k in August already, and it's looking like that's going to be 100k a month in spend. So yeah, it's a big case study. It's coming. There's more coming. The ROAS is increasing, CPA decreased by 65% in this time. So some really fantastic results, and I can't wait to share with you exactly how we did it. So first of all, who are Media Engineered? So Media Engineered are founded by myself and my brother Ryan Taylor. So we've produced ad creatives for over 35 DTC ambitious brands, because that's all we work with, and specialise in reducing cost per acquisition and scaling paid ads across various different niches, various different platforms. Recently added over 116k in MRR to a fashion brand in just 48 days, amongst several other amazing client results. And you can take a look at our website and my Twitter if you want to see some more about our results. So let's get into the process. This is how we did it, and as I said, it's very creative focused, so that's what we're going to be talking about, because that was the main driving force. It was literally all creatives. The website didn't change, the product didn't change, it was just the creatives. The offer stayed the same as well. So research, strategy and brief writing, creator sourcing, editing, creative testing, creative analysis, optimizing and scaling. So that's an overview of everything that we did, and I'm going to break it down. And I'm going to be very transparent and tell you exactly how we went about it as well. So I'm not giving you the brand name yet, but I do have permission, so I will be dropping the brand name, but I just want to get that to 6 figures in spend, which I'm pretty sure we will this month. And then I can drop a bigger case study. So in terms of research, excuse me, research are the foundations to your creatives performing well. So you don't just make creatives by using what you already know. You've got to go out and do some actual research. So we like to break it down into 4 pillars: customers, previous ads, brand, competitors. So this client didn't have many previous ads, which is a lot of the case with you guys who are just looking to launch Facebook ads. You haven't run them before, so you're kind of going to be just going all off customer research, brand research and competitor research. If you do have previous ads research, this is what going to be so important for you to base your research off, because this is actually the market's feedback. So yeah, if you've got previous ads research, previous ads in the ad account, research those, and that's going to be literally your gospel. That's going to be your Bible to be looking at and to be basing your next ads off. So customer research is second most important after previous ads, because you're making ads for your customers to convert. So of course you need to be talking to your customers. You need to be talking to their pain points, their desired outcomes, their objections. You need to be handling those in your ads. So it's really important that you understand your customers, and I'm going to show you how we go about and did that. Then we'll also have brand research, so any USPs that you've got as a brand, free shipping, guarantees, risk reversals, anything like that. And then we also have competitors, so take a look at Magic Brief, for example, and go ahead and take a look at different ads inside of Magic Brief. So I'm going to tell you right now how we went about doing this. So previous ads, I'll talk about a little bit later once we've actually launched the ads. But in terms of customers, what we did, very simple. We went onto the website, and I'm going to show you an example of how we do it. But we go onto the website and we take a look at the customer reviews, and we basically scrape the reviews for everything that we can. So let me pull up a website and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here we are on Rise website. These are Mushroom Coffee, and I'm just literally pulling these as an example. These aren't a client or anything like that. I'm going to show you how we'd go about looking at their customer reviews. So on their website, and we want to scrape a load of information about their customers. So you can use ChatGPT, and I'll have a whole video on this where you can scrape all the reviews. But just to show you manually, I'm going to show you exactly what kind of thing I'm talking about. So straight away, second review, we can see my stomach went down and my energy was better. So straight away there, you can see that someone's found something so important to come to the website to leave a review. So it must be really, really important. And the odds are, if one person is feeling it, then a load of people in this marketplace are going to be feeling this way or wanting to achieve this result. So that's very important. If they want to achieve this result, then that's a desired outcome. You can see here, my stomach went down and my energy was better. So I get used to the flavour every morning. I'm looking forward to drink it. So that right there could be turned into a video ad right there alone. You could have, I look forward to drinking this every morning. My energy's up and my stomach's flatter. So yeah, amazing result. I mean, amazing review straight away. And then you can just keep looking down and find more stuff like this. So I love the packaging. You can mention that in your ads. I can tell the difference in my focus and energy. So what you're looking for here is kind of unique selling points of this product. You're looking for desired outcomes, as I said, objections. So is there anything negative? So there's a negative here. They want to cancel. So they want to cancel my subscription. So can you use that in your ad as an objection? So it's not subscription based, or you can have a free trial, for example, no contract. This just off the top of your head. And that's what you're looking for when you're looking for that ad. So I hope that gives you a good idea: digestion, focus, inflammation. So you can use all of this stuff in your ads again to pretty much make the ad resonate with your customers. That's the point of this. This research shouldn't be a tick box exercise. You should be doing this to find points that allow you to resonate with your customers in your ads. Okay, perfect. So now we cover the customers. We also have the brand research and the competitors. So let's stick with Rise and go with brand research. So if I was doing brand research for Rise, I'd go to the top here, and this is exactly what we did for our client. No thanks. Well, actually, that was a good example there. There was 40% off and free gifts. There we are. There's a USP. We have use code SUMMER10 for 40% off plus a free gift. You can use that in your ads. That's so effective. Featured on Business Insider, Forbes, Entrepreneur, Yahoo News. That's USPs. That's brand research. 150,000 5-star reviews. That's brand research. Really, really amazing stuff here that you can use in your ads. And I like to call these a sprinkling on the top. So you can go ahead and basically use this information in your ads. This stuff here, all really good: no sugar, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. These are all going to give you angles and information on how you can go ahead and make angles and USPs and just sprinkle is there any risk reversals? So if I go into a product page, try now. Is there any risk? Okay, so 30-day money back guarantee, free shipping, perfect. That is the stuff that we're looking to use. Free US shipping, free stirring spoon. So all that stuff, sprinkling your ads in the call to actions later in the ad, and yeah, it's going to be really, really good for conversions. So then we look into competitor ads, and let me just pull up Magic Brief to show you how I went about that. So here we are inside of Magic Brief, and I've just simply search Mushroom Coffee. You can be much more specific with this, and inside Magic Brief you can select how long the ads were running for. So let's put over 30 days because we know it's going to be a decent ad in that case. They also have ad score, which is decent, I suppose. So you can put it as a winner, which takes in a load of different factors. And then right here, you've got loads of inspiration. So you're not going to be able to copy this, and I never recommend copying this. That's why I don't have it ranked as so important inside the research. But all it is, it gives you ideas. things that you might not have thought about. If you see something that's really hooky, you can see with your eyes, you can see if something's really hooky. You see something you haven't seen before, or if everyone in the industry is doing the same thing, then that is a huge pointer that it works and it's effective. So yeah, you can get some good inspiration there. However, it's always good to take what you find inside of Magic Brief and go ahead and put your own spin on it. So you can see here there's loads of good options for UGC, static ads. So if we were working with Rise, it'd be very easy to get a load of inspiration here. So yeah, very, very straightforward. You want to kind of look for ads that have had long runtime, winners in this scenario as well, and you want to find stuff that is original if you can, and hooky, engaging, and try and take some information from that into your ads. Okay, so very simple one, and let's get back to the presentation. So here we are, we've gone through everything now, customer, brand, and competitors. In terms of previous ads, we'll talk about that a little bit later on once we get to launching the ads. So then we move on to the strategy and the brief writing process. So we like to break it down into angles and concepts for our strategy. So what we classify an angle is something, basically a direction that you are targeting the ad or the customer in. So for example, pain points. Let's stick with Rise Coffee, Mushroom Coffee, since we've been speaking about them. So an example of an angle for them would be overcoming coffee jitters, or a desired outcome could be having a better morning routine, being healthier, being more active, having a flatter stomach. A pain point could be, being overweight, or being low energy could be a pain point. So that's just off the top of my head for examples for Rise Coffee. When we were actually doing this for our client, we saw there wasn't many innovative solutions and innovative creatives in the marketplace at that time of recording. So what we did was we had to be very trailblazing, if you like, and we made ads based on our knowledge of the other industries, and that's what you're going to have to do sometimes. If you can't find ads inside your industry that look good, that have a good track record, then you're going to have to pretty much come up with stuff off your own back. So there's a few examples of different pain points here. So consciousness of environmental impact, desired outcomes, common likes, common dislikes, and USPs. So once we've actually came up with the angle, so once we've decided our angle and we know what angle we're going to go with, that is when we'll decide our concept. So what we define a concept is the video style that you're going to go with, the type of UGC ad, the type of static ad. So for example, right here we have unboxing video, listicle, and us v them. So for this exact example, we used a few different concepts. We used 3 reasons why. We used a load of different trending styles as well. So check out what's in my car, for example, or check out what's in my room, because it was just trending at the time, so that's what we used. And yeah, I think pretty much that was it. 3 reasons why, listicle style, unboxing as well, we tried that. So yeah, there's a load of common concepts, and the reason they're common is because they work so well, but there's also a few niche ones that will work specifically to your industry. And once we've done this, we'll go ahead and we'll choose a framework. So in terms of frameworks, that is what kind of order of things you're going to say inside your ad creative. So we have a winning framework right here. So problem-based hook, failed solution, product intro, benefit, social proof, benefit, call to action. So that's a framework that's worked with us so many times in the past, and I think this is a great example that you can go ahead and you can use. I'm pretty sure we used it with this client, and the only thing I'd say is when you do use this, make sure that you aren't adding a sentence for each. Your ads should be 20 to 60 seconds maximum, and that's like maximum. A 60-second ad better be engaging, or else you're losing everyone. So yeah, don't use sentences for all of that. You can literally just say one word, and that can be that. And yeah, once you've got the concepts and the angles, you can still go massively wrong because you haven't done any of the work yet, really. The structure is what's going to basically ensure that that your ads resonate with your customers. You know, the most experienced creative strategists won't be using frameworks, but when you are writing ads and you want to ensure that you are resonating with your customers, you're hitting every point necessary, then I think it's very important to use frameworks. So let's move on to the next step. So creator sourcing and management. So we had a really difficult task with this creator, and we had to source creators. So it's really important that you take these steps when sourcing creators and sourcing influencers to run your ads and to be in your ads. So product creator fit, I think that's the main one. Basically understanding and ensuring that the alignment between the creator and the brand is the first step. So basically ensuring that the creator and the brand line up. So for example, in this client, the product was and the demographic was and the older generation who only used a certain product. So we needed to source this product. We had to source this this specific demographic and product together, which was really, really difficult. And it took us a few days longer than it usually would have. You know, sourcing creators isn't usually a long task, but what we used was Fiverr, we used Backstage.com, we used Creators Meet Brands or Brands Meet Creators, we used Upwork, and after all of that, we got what we needed. And it was really difficult because we also looked for things such as metrics, experience, look and feel. So even if they had that product and they had that they were in that specific demographic, we wouldn't have necessarily worked with them. So it's really, really important that just because they look good and they have all your requirements, that you don't just work with them for the sake of it. Make sure they've got experience, they've got the metrics, they've got that look and feel, and they've got product creator fit. Because honestly, creators can transform a script into a winning ad. Genuinely, the quality of the creator really does matter. We've worked with low quality creators and we've scraped by, and then we've worked with high quality creators and pay them an arm and a leg. And honestly, you can see the ones who pay more, they produce better ads, they produce better raw footage. So yeah, in my opinion, really, really important that you do source high quality creators and you follow this kind of framework. And then we move on to the editing. So we break down the editing into the hook, the style, and variations, because the hook is the most important part of your ad. If no one watches the first 5 seconds, then the rest of your ad is useless. You can have the best body, the best CTA in advertising history, but it doesn't matter if no one's watching the ad. Therefore, it's crucial that your hook is really targeted at the right individuals, quick and punchy, and both visually and audibly engaging. So we did this with the client. We made sure every hook was engaging. We made sure every hook was visually engaging, as well as the actual written or spoken hook. And we actually found something really interesting here. So we tried to make a hook that was super catchy. You know those viral bull hooks and those where you see the bull getting hit, the human getting hit by a bull and someone rolling over on the floor and stuff like that. We tried a load of different hooks like that, and we realised that they had a super high hook rate, but they were attracting the wrong individuals because the conversions weren't increasing. So we stopped that, and that test was really, really interesting, and it proved to us that we've learned a lot there, because we won't do that again. But the conversions were still there, but the hook rate really went higher, and the conversions didn't change. So we realised that if anything, the conversions got worse. So we realised that the hook not being targeting was attracting the wrong individuals. Now we also have style. So the style of ad very much depends on your ICP. In our case, the target customer was older male. So it's really important in this case that we edited the ads slowly. We ensured that the product was clearly explained, which we did. So all our ads were really slow, really clearly explained with text overlays, slow subtitles. We weren't tracking word for word, and there's less need for bright colours and fancy animations, which we didn't really have any of. We were just trying to keep their attention and clearly explain what the product's benefits were and what they did. Then variations. Since the hook is the most important aspect of the ad, I knew that was going to happen. Sorry, my light just went off there. But since the hook is the most important aspect of the ad, it's important to make variations of the hook to increase the likelihood of finding winning angles and concepts. So let's say you've put all this work into coming up with a winning angle or winning concept, and you just make one video. That would be an absolute waste. So you want to make as many variations as you can, really. We went with 5 in this with this client, and we were making hook variations, but we were also testing the creators, the framework, the length, music, etc. And you can do loads of stuff with your variations. You can do UGC mashups of various different creators. You can use AI to make new variations. You can do loads, but hook is a good place to start, and then optimize the rest after. So creative testing, there was a couple ways that we went about this. We first of all started with 2 campaigns: testing campaign, scaling campaigns, and we named the ads very clearly based on the concept or the ad name. So just have a clear naming convention. It's not going to change how effective your ads are, but it will help you when you come to optimizing the ads and stuff like that. And then we have the actual testing framework. So we started with 1 ad set per creative concept, all the variations of a specific concept in the same ad set, and we used only our proven audiences to test the creatives. So let me just break this down visually for you. So here we are on Miro, and I'm just going to, let me just create a box here just to make this super clear for you guys. So we had, first of all, we started with ABO. We started with ABO campaign for testing. So what that means was ad set budget optimization, of course, as I'm sure you guys already know that. Let me get a pen here. How's that look? A little thin. So yeah, ABO, we started with, of course, we have 1 campaign, and this campaign is a testing. Then inside this testing campaign, so I'm going to put C here for campaign, we had I'm going to put A there, so ad set or AS. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 ad sets because we began with 5 creative briefs. So we had 1 campaign and we wrote 1 brief for each. Then inside of these ad sets, we would have 1. I'm going to put A here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if I can copy these. Second, we have 5 ads in every ad set because we had 5 variations as well. So if that makes sense, so we had 1 campaign, 5 ad sets, and then 5 ads in each ad set. So the reason we did this is because we have 5 creative briefs, and we can also call those 5 creative angles or 5 creative concepts, because remember, our briefs were broken down into angles and concepts. So each one of these, let me just make it even more clear, get this pen back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excuse me. So those 5 are ad sets, and we group those ad sets by our creative briefs. And then within these creative briefs, we have 5 ads because we were creating 5 variations. Now, we saw decent results with this. We were happy with the results, but it was actually my business partner, my brother Ryan, who spotted an idea, and he thought we could do something better. So we actually transitioned onto a different testing campaign after this. However, we have this testing campaign, and then we would then scale this to a winning campaign after to scale the ads. But let me tell you about the other campaign that we created. So this did well and we were seeing decent results, but we just knew we could get lower CPA. In terms of the spend was going nicely and the results were, the ROAS was actually looking okay, but we knew we could actually squeeze a lower CPA out of the account. So we went and tried a different campaign structure. So if I just copy this, it might actually be a better idea just to start again. Can I lock that? Yeah, there we go. So here we are, and with this second testing campaign, we went with CBO. So we left this one running because it was doing okay, but we also wanted to try a CBO campaign, just simply because we thought we could get a better CPA on the ad account. So the way that looked was, to begin with, we just had one campaign again. One campaign. We had one ad set. Let me just zoom in as well. We had one ad set, and then we had a dynamic creative test. So I don't know I think these are disappearing now, and they're doing something called flexible ads now, but we did DCT. So we did DCT ads, and we would have, I'm pretty sure we'd group these into 3, 2, 2. So we would have 3 creatives, 2 headlines, 2 descriptions. So you can basically imagine we'd have one of these, but inside of these there was 3 ads. So we had one creative, dynamic creative test, and inside of those there was 3 creatives. So we would have to have 5 dynamic creative tests to use. No, actually, sorry, it would have been, let me just check with my calculator. We would have had around 7 or 8 dynamic creative tests using all the briefs. So we actually found better results with this because we just thought we could get a better CPA. And the way this works is you're pretty much bypassing the ad set, and you're going straight to the creatives, and you're letting the creatives basically fight for spend and earn spend on merit. Whereas this ABO campaign, you are giving each ad set a fair amount of spend. So it's more of a fair test, but this one, it earns the spend on merit. So we just tested that because we wanted to see a lower CPA. And it worked. It worked really, really well. And our future tests were actually done in a CBO format. And I'll talk about that a little bit later on. So I'm going to move on to the creative analysis part now. So we broke it down into 2 sections, and there was 3 main things we'd look at. So amount spent, results, cost per result, and that is what we'd look at to see, is the ad actually working? And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Is the ad making money? I know, even as a creative agency who, we are obviously looking at these different metrics a lot, all that matters, to be honest, is these first 3. Is the ad making you money, yes or no? If it's a yes, then that's a winning ad. If it's a no, then it's a bad ad. And then you use this section here to kind of learn more about that outcome. So the frequency, CPM, the reach, impressions, unique outbound click-through rate, cost per unique outbound click, hook rate, hold rate, video average playtime, and post shares. So we use all of this information to break down what we can do differently going forward. So for example, if we have an ad with a really high hook rate that's not converting, we could try putting that hook on our winning ad to create another winner. So that's kind of how you use this information as why. But of course, in terms of scaling the ad account, I'm not a media buyer. We weren't running the ads on this account. We were just giving basically giving our inputs on how to test the ads. In terms of actually turn them on and off, we weren't doing that. However, this is how we were analysing the creatives to go forward and create more ads. So we were always giving our input there. We basically use these 3 to see, is it winning, is it a good ad? And then these later ones here to see why it is working and how we can actually make ads going forward. So then we move on to scaling the ad account profitably. Before the ads are launched, everything is theory. After the ads are launched, that's when we get the market's feedback. So you know, as marketers, it doesn't actually matter what we think beforehand, unfortunately, because it is all theory, even though we could have the best approach in the world. But when we actually launch the ads, that's when we're getting your customers' feedback. We didn't have much to go off with this client because they hadn't ran many ads before, and the industry wasn't too saturated in terms of UGC. So we didn't have much to go off in terms of previous ads. So a lot of what we did was theory. So you've got to basically take your best guess, do your best research possible, launch the ads, and that's when you can start taking everything as gospel, and you really need to start using that previous ads data as important next steps. So in this case, what we did was we took a look at the ads that were doing really, really well, and we made quick iterations. So we saw that there was one brief that was performing extremely well, and there was a handful of other winners in each briefs. So what we did was we made quick variations, because we made the mistake of not editing everything too slowly. We kind of did a mix, and then we saw that when the ads were in the ad account, the ads that were edited slower and the scripts and the briefs that were more clear performed better. So what we did is we went away, we made quick iterations, editing these ads, and pretty much editing them in a way that the ICP would understand more, and did it in a slower, more clear fashion, if you like. So yeah, we made some quick iterations, slowly editing the ads, making them really, really clear, and these quick iterations did really, really well, and they were a great idea to go ahead and do. And then we did creative analysis every single week, and reports every couple of weeks with full presentations breaking down the next steps, exactly what we wanted to do, exactly what we saw the best next steps. And now we're currently in the middle of making a few new briefs, with building from the angles that we saw perform really, really well. So we saw a few angles perform well, which we can build off, and then we can also create new creative tests, and we can make a larger batch of creatives now because the ad spend is ready to be scaled, and it is really an aggressive way of scaling. And if the CPA is in a good position, you can add more volume, and that's exactly what we plan to do. So I hope you found some value from that case study. It is ongoing. I think we're going to hit 100k a month in spend this month. But if you want me to make some ad creatives for your brand to scale your ad spend, reduce your CPA, just like I did here, let's chat. Book a call using the link below this video, and we can have a short call to see if this works for you. I'll speak to you soon.